Good morning everyone, and welcome to very cold and very wet Culloden battlefields. I'm here to pay my respects this morning, and I also wanted to give everyone a bit of a tour. Obviously in the past I've always done photos, but I haven't really given people a proper tour around, and I believe these grounds are sacred grounds. And some of the events that took place here are, I believe, some of the most important events that have happened in history. And if you ever get a chance, I highly do recommend that you come and have a visit. So I'm going to walk around and you will see this sign, and it reads, "It was here on the 16th of April in 1746 that the Jacobite forces clashed with the government army in the last battle of the Jacobite Rising." So it was in 1746 that the battle happened between the Bonnie Prince Charlie and the Duke of Cumberland. So it was probably one of the most bloodiest battles that have ever occurred. On the English side, they had thousands of men, cannons, and obviously more advanced weaponry than what the Highlanders did. And on the other side, there were only about 1,000 Jacobites. So, I think that just simply shows the strength in character of the Highlanders who fought for this land, because when you've got only 1,000 men versus all of that, and they still went ahead and they gave it their all. So I think that really shows their tenacity and their fortitude, and it's part of what I really admire about Scotland and Scottish people. So I'm going to take you a walk through. You will see this is not a selfie stick, so I will do my best to make sure that you're getting a good view as we walk along. Unfortunately, I am wearing the wrong shoes. I forgot to put my proper walking boots on, and instead I've got my indoor shoes. And just look at the beautiful grounds. The flowers are also pretty. That was ahead, just up ahead. I'm going to take you up to where some of the clan stones are. You'll see the Fraser stone and quite a few others. And this ground was in fact part of what worked against them in the Battle of Culloden, because as you can see, it's very flat and it would have probably been very boggy at the time. mentioned, centuries later, and these clansmen are still being remembered. And that's an example there. You can see how boggy and muddy the water is, and you can just imagine what it would have been like to have to be running through that. On the 16th of April 1746, remembering Culloden, clan graves and memorial ken. In the years after Culloden, interest in the story of the battle continued to grow. The memorial ken and grave markers of the clans were raised in 1881 by Duncan Forbes, the local landowner. Today, a recent archaeological survey suggests that the dead of the government army may have been buried close to this point. A coin dated from 1752 was found near here, possibly dropped by a soldier visiting these war graves in the years after the battle. Here's a directly to a Clan Donald stone. It really is very wet at the moment. So just look at that foggy ground. That would have been so hard to run through for all the men. And this is actually just outside of Inverness, so I highly recommend that if you do actually get to Inverness, that you come and visit these grounds. So here we are at some of the stones, and when I get talking to some of my Australian friends, a lot of them tell me about clans that they've discovered that they actually have ties to. So as I move through the stones of the clans, you may discover that it may be one that you've realised over time that you had heritage with. So some of the writing is actually difficult to read. There's Clans McLean. I think it's Clans McLennan. And there's a couple there that I can't actually read that well. And you can see that people are leaving little tokens of remembrance. This is Clan Stewart of, I can't read that last word, but that is Clan Stewart. This one is Clan Cameron. And again, you can see little tokens being left. Centuries later, these clansmen are coming back to remember their past and pay homage to their clansmen. Over here, we have got Clan Macintosh. And there's a cross with the poppy on it. Now this is mixed clans. So often if they haven't known whose clan the men belong to, this is what they will do. They'll have a stone that says mixed clans. And, you know, as you go through these stones, you just have to remember just how many men were lost. This one is also mixed clans. And that one is also mixed clans. Just look at that ground they had to move through. Now obviously going back to Outlander, Jamie and Claire were working to prevent it. Being that Claire had the knowledge from the future of what was going to happen to the Jacobite army. Excuse me. And speaking of Outlander, this is Clan Fraser. I'm actually using a selfie stick, so, and my phone's also very wet, so it means I'm having a little bit of trouble to see if it's coming through on my phone. So that was Clan Fraser. And this is the memorial stone. And quite often on previous occasions that I've come here, you'll see a lot of flowers and tokens of tributes left around. So I'm going to see if it will show on my phone. You'll see some flowers that are left. This reads, "The Battle of Culloden was fought on this moor on the 16th of April 1746. The graves of the gallant Highlanders who fought for Scotland and Bonnie Prince Charlie are marked by the names of the clans." There we have the battlefield of Culloden. That's where the sign is, and you can see a bit of a tribute that was actually left there. And I do hope that you enjoyed that tour. I hope it's helped you have a little bit more insight, actually being able to see all the way through the grounds.